I am God, and it's time for a video. Yep, that's right. It's time for a video. It was my birthday yesterday. Very miserable day. And it hasn't gone any better. I'm 38 years old. I was born on the 14th of November, 1987. What did I do yesterday? I ordered from Just Eat. And they cancelled my first order. And then they brought my... And then I had to order again. Then they brought my order, but my tobacco, my Rizla papers, and my Thors were missing. So that went missing. And then I had to order from another place. So I had to put in 3 orders on my birthday. And when the guys at the door asked me what my date of birth was, they didn't say happy birthday. What a shocker. What a shocker, huh? Yeah. I mean, you know, maybe they were busy. Maybe they didn't realise. Maybe their thoughts were somewhere else, perhaps. But I know what the world's like. Yeah, I know what the world's like. And to be honest, if they said happy birthday to me, I probably wouldn't have taken it that well anyway, because I'd been having such a miserable day. Yeah, that's right. So why am I making this video titled Time for a Video? Well, this is the thing. For instance, look at Sky News at 10 o'clock. That's a video title, isn't it? Sky News at 10. Well, let's think. What's Sky then? Okay, so God, that's me. The sky, I am Sky. That's me. But somehow, you know, people think they can take my name and what belongs to me and we'll trademark that. We'll have that copyrighted and all that shit. Yeah. We'll just steal that. You know, God's the word, but you know, we'll trademark this for ourselves. Yeah, never mind God. Yeah. But yeah, I'm Sky. I'm God. What's news? What's news? Or noose? Anus? Anus? News? Well, and time. Tie me. Oh, that's right. The whole world. Yeah, you just all gather around me. Get your rope. Make sure you tie it around me. Get some chains and you can padlock it on me as well and all that shit. Yeah, and you can blame all the shit on me. Yeah. What was in the headlines? I didn't really watch it. I didn't really watch the news, but I watched some of it. You know, there was a guy who was caught with stuff on his mobile phone, you know, and, you know, to do with children and all this kind of stuff. And like in my previous video, I said, I titled it, God, Mobile Phone. Well, you would think to yourself, well, God's not a mobile phone, is he? You know, you have that mobile phone in your pocket, like, surely God's not a mobile phone. But the fact is yes, I am. Mobile phone. That's right, because I walk around and I can phone people. Yeah, I've got a mobile phone. I'm recording this video on a phone. My mobile phone. It's a physical device that isn't me. Is that really hard for you to understand? See, people are addicted to my energy. That's the thing. They want to drain me of my energy. And by pretending that I'm a mobile phone, they all play this game of, oh, God's the mobile phone in my pocket. Oh. Yeah. That's what you want to, that's the game you want to play. I am the Word. Nobody owns the Word except me. I own the Word. The Word is mine. It belongs to me. People need to be careful with what they say and what they do, or they're going to end up dead and burning in hell. You understand? So, I've got my tarot cards. Might do a tarot reading here. Yeah. Give us a nice shuffle. Oh, got a card here. Six of Swords. Moving on. The Moon. Death. Knight of Swords. I mean, that's the thing, right? You know, when I watch the news, it's the news at 10, and the guy who got arrested for having child abuse things on his phone, he got 10 years. He's getting sent to prison for 10 years, I think. Something like that. Yeah, and also they were at 10 Downing Street as well. Oh, yeah. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That's right, 10. It's all about 10 for some fucking reason. Yeah, what's that all that about? What's all this 10? You know, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, you know, in the tarot deck, the 10th card of the Major Arcana, number 10, which has usually got the Roman numeral X on there. Yeah, X. Whatever the fuck that means. Can mean about a million, you know. Who are we talking about when you say, oh yeah, that X, or someone's an X, like X marks the spot, or X, you know, you're doing an algebra equation or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, X, what's X then? Does anyone know? So X, and you know, what X in the tarot deck, the 10th card of the Major Arcana. I mean, technically it's the 11th card, but it's called number 10. It's numbered X, or 10. And it's called the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you know, it's about fate and destiny. Yeah. That's right. Now, why would people want to use the number 10 for, do you think? For magic purposes, that's why. So then we got the Six of Cups, there. And then we got the King of Cups. Yeah, the King of Cups. Who's the King of Cups? Well, I'll tell you who the King of Cups is. It's me. But you don't believe that, do you? Got the Hanged Man here. That's the 12th card of the Major Arcana. The Hanged Man. That's the number of my house. Number 12. And then we got the Queen of Cups. That's interesting in this. You see how she's got a mustache on there. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I've dressed in drag before. People will say, I'm not a man. They'll say, Grant, you're not a real man. You're a woman. You're a pussy boy. Yeah, so there you go. Queen of Cups. Whoever the fuck she's supposed to be. Yeah. I've got Moses with his stick up my arse. You can't see it. You can't see him behind me, but he's there. That's what he tells me anyway. He says he's Moses. He says he's Archangel Michael. He's been annoying the hell out of me the last few hours. It's not very comfortable sitting on that thing all day long. I can tell you that much. Then we got the King of Wands. Yeah. You see, what was I just talking about? Moses with his stick, yeah? The King of Wands. So here's this young-faced, I think, who's that? Is that Louis the 14th or something? I think it is. I think that's who it's supposed to be. Hang on. Can I get some light here? Anyways, that's like King Louis the 14th of France. That's where the art comes from in the card. It's a Salvador Dali tarot deck. And then we got the High Priestess and the Four of Cups and the Sun. Oh, one of the other things I forgot to mention about the news. I mean, obviously they were talking about migrants. Migrants, yeah. Well, if you didn't know, my name is Grant. Yeah, every fucking day it's the same fucking, oh, there's a migrant crisis. How long's this fucking thing gonna go on for? Oh, when was it I voted for Brexit to happen? Oh, wasn't that back in 2016? Oh yeah, that's fucking 9 years ago, isn't it? And here we are. I'm telling you I'm God. And what the fuck are you doing about it? Nothing. You stupid fucking arseholes. But that's what you care about, is fucking arseholes. Sodomy. Yeah. Doing sex magic. Yeah. Let's pretend we're good. Yeah? That's what you want to do. While I sit here, having to deal with all the witchcraft everyone's doing. I don't want to be alive. I only want to win. This is why I'm here. I want to win. I want to finish the job. So I can destroy people. Yeah, that's all I live for, to destroy people. That's it. And once that job's done, hey, I'll go wherever I want to go. And I don't care about what other people want. What I want, I'll have. Thank you very much. I'm good. If you don't like it, fuck off. Putting all your fucking problems on me. Like I haven't done it already. Walking around like I'm in your pocket. All the dirty shit you do on your phones. Oh, that's God. He's the mobile phone. Yeah, that's right. He walks around and he makes phone calls. He's the phone that's in your fucking pocket. Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's... Oh. But you'd think, oh, God, nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that. That's insanity. Who the fuck thinks that? It's like, you're a demon. That's the problem. You're a demon. You're an evil, lying, fucking piece of shit cunt spirit. That's what you are. You hate me. I hate you. Get used to it. I am. I've been used to it for a long fucking time. Okay. What's the world done to me? It's reduced me to a number. A number 4. 4. That's right, God, he's 4. Well, that's the thing, right? Because you call me God, right? That's the word you use for God, G-O-D. And what's the word? So it's go, right? So you run away from the D, right? God is D, I'm D. And you go, you fuck off somewhere else. And then you put all your problems on me. Yeah, you heard of the go spell? Yeah, go spell. You know, the 4 gospel accounts? Yeah, exactly 4. That's right, 4. Yeah, it's interesting because in French, isn't the number 4 in French? It's cat. It's cat. It sounds like cat, doesn't it? Cat. Well, in the tarot deck, the lion is in the 8th card, right? So number 8 is the strength card, and it's got a woman beside a lion. That's in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. I mean, it depends which deck you use, but yeah, there's different decks. Not that I'm telling you to use them, of course. I wouldn't want to tell you to use them. That'd be a very dumb idea, really. The fact is the world has been trying to put me in a bind my entire life. And it's still entire. Oh yeah, entire life. I think I heard the word tie in there somewhere, didn't I? Entire life. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. I am the word after all. Yes, right. Yeah. And I'm feeling very tired. That's right. Yeah. When do I get a break? Oh, when I drive my car? When I push the pedals? Yeah. When I push the brake down? Anyway, whatever. Oh. That's the interesting thing, isn't it? Because, people have, if someone drives a car and they have a breakdown, people call it a breakdown, right? But, the brake is literally down. It's where your feet are, right? It's the breakdown. Yeah. So why is that? Why do they, why are the words, why is it so confusing? What game is this world trying to play? Oh, what was that? That Linda likes tarot. She had her video. She said, "Coven of thieves are caught up. Your path is being cleared of this thieving coven, blaming you for their karma." My house is full of trash that I have to clear up. Yeah, I've got mountains of garbage I have to move, I have to deal with. And I really want to do it because I'm tired of the internet. I'm really bored of the internet right now. I'm really fucking tired of it. So let me read that video title to you again. Your path is being cleared of this thieving coven. So what she's trying to say is, when I clean up my house and I'm putting all that energy into clearing all the garbage out of my house, oh, that's the thieving coven. Oh, your path is being cleared of this thieving coven, blaming you for their karma. Blah, 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 blah. I hate that word karma. What is karma? Well, it's simply people using cars as a magic object in order to, that's the thing. They want to, oh, do you have good karma or do you have bad karma? You got karma. You got, yeah. Well, a lot of people got cars, haven't they? What does your old granny or old mother? What does she drive? Huh? Does she her karma? Does she drive her karma? Does she gets in, sticks her foot to the floor? I'm so tired of this world. I'm so tired of people. I really wish the worst for people. Yeah. I'm bitter. I'm jealous. I'm angry. I'm mad. Really, I shouldn't be. I mean, I'm God. I shouldn't really. But the fact is, I'm in this situation where I'm really bored and tired of it. I'm really, really, really tired of it. And I want to bring it to an end. I want to force it to stop. Bring it all to a screeching halt. Yeah, I've been the videos I've been posting recently, it's like my phone, my mobile phone, I have it, the SIM card, it's registered with 3Mobile. Okay? And this is the thing, this is why the world, it keeps trying to make out that I'm the mobile phone, because I'm the Emperor. I'm number 4. In the tarot deck, the Emperor is number 4. You know, it's the Roman numerals IV. And 3, which is III, 3 is the Empress. Now, the interesting thing about that is because, well, my cousin is married to a woman called Eva or Iva. It's spelled IVA. That's right. IVA. You know, it's interesting because people talk about, you know, God and the Trinity. That's 3 in 1. So that's I. Oh, that's 3, is it? 3 in 1. So I. Okay. So then what? In Roman numerals, that's the Empress. You know, my dead mom. She's dead now. Her. This was her house. Her ashes were in a box. I emptied that box into a black bin liner and threw it into the trash. And it got taken away by the dustbin man. Because I didn't want her ashes in this house. Her name was Fee. And I was, you know, I came out of her vagina. It's funny how all these people, they always say, all these tarot readers, they're like, oh, there's no gender in tarot. You know, you could be a woman could be the emperor and a man could be the empress. But, you know, when it comes to me, they just always want to flip it. They always want to say, oh, no, this is not you. You know, am I the divine feminine? A lot of people would say I've got feminine qualities about me. You know, maybe I am, divine feminine or masculine. You know, it can work both ways, I suppose, right? You know, 3 plus 4, what's that? Oh, that's 7. 7's the chariot, that's the car, that's the place, it's the bed as well. So, you know, what's all this about? All this evil magic people keep trying to do to me. Sorcery. People constantly attacking me. I've tried for a very long time to end it. Anyway. What were these cards talking about then? I'm not sure really. And that's another thing, right? Because, you know, people, they like to say divine masculine. They'll reduce it to DM. And they'll say divine feminine. They'll put divine feminine as DF. What does DM mean? You know, are we talking about direct messaging? You know, instant, you know, if someone sends you a message, or someone sends me a message, a direct message, like on Facebook or something like that, is that what I am? Someone sent me a message, so therefore the sender of that message, oh, they're good now. They're the divine masculine. You know? My name's Grant. I give you, I hand someone anything, and they're like, oh, they're Grant now. Or, you know what I mean? It's the evil, lying spirits. They keep trying to do this to me. They keep trying to switch on me. They're always trying to divert away from me. People don't want to believe it when I say it, but it's true. Lying, evil spirits don't want to be judged. They don't want to get caught. They know I'm here. They're trying to stop me, and I'm stopping them. Because I'm good. How do I do that? By making videos. By sharing videos. I do my own. It's my power. People would say I'm doing magic, but really what I'm doing it's me. It's what I am. It's my power. Okay, one more tarot reading. Okay, I've got the Two of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. I got the Moon. Page of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. That's the, you see the number, you see the X in the corner? Yeah. 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Seven of Pentacles. Hang on. Oh. Dropped a few cards on the floor there. Six of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles. Oh, I've got to be careful with this card. Hang on. It's the Justice card. I just can't show you the woman because she's naked. Strength card. And the Ten of Cups. Okay, so what does it say? Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, the Moon, Page of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Justice, Strength, Ten of Cups. Well, these cards, what they're saying is, okay, so the Two of Pentacles is, you know, this is swapping, it's juggling. Ace of Pentacles, well, that's basically an arsehole or a piece of ass. That's one way of looking at it. And here's the Moon card. Yeah, the Moon. And then the Page of Swords. So, stupid little people. Yeah? With their stupid fucking arseholes. Yeah? The Wheel of Fortune. Destiny. Fate. Seven of Pentacles. That's working. That's doing some fucking work. Yeah? Six of Pentacles. So that's, you know, giving and receiving, sharing, trading, yeah, that kind of stuff. Three of Pentacles, you know, I think, you see that? Yeah, I think, you know, this is supposed to be like a, well, I think that's supposed to represent Jesus. But, you know, he's sort of got like he's got some weird clothes on there. Kind of, sort of Buddhist looking. It's a mixture. It's mixed art basically, and then there's the Justice card, which is, like I said, there's a naked woman behind my fingers, and then there's the Strength card, which is, you know, it's the woman with the lion, or in this case, it's like a lion dog. It's like a Chinese lion dog thing. I can't remember what they're called. And then the Ten of Cups. So, you know, basically what those cards are saying is that I'm God and I'm supposed to be getting a lot of ass because that's justice for all the wrongdoings. Okay, all the bad stuff that's been done to me. And the fact is that, you know, I've basically been tortured for the last 38 years. People sit and they mock me and they sin and they put their problems on me. They lie about me. They say all kinds of things about me, impersonate me, try to steal my energy through witchcraft and the use of their evil tongues. So what those cards are saying is that I'm supposed to get the Ten of Cups. I'm supposed to get lots of women. Okay? Like I said at the beginning, you know, earlier on, you know, I hate people. I absolutely hate people. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. You know, this is the thing, right? This is my problem. This is a part of my problem as well, because, you know, this is supposed to be for me, but I don't fucking want it. I would rather annihilate billions of people instead. Yeah? You know, kill them off with disease or famine or disease. Yeah? I mean, that's how I feel. Because I hate them so much. Not quite sure how I'm gonna deal with this. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. But I'm so mad. I'm so furious. I don't know how that's gonna happen. Or maybe I'm supposed to die, go to heaven, and that's what I'll have there. I don't know. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen. Either way, I live forever. I get what I want. Eventually. I get what I want. The fact is that people deserve to burn in the lake of fire. They deserve to die, consumed by the flames, screaming in agony. That's what they deserve. For most people. Most people deserve that. I'm extremely disappointed with how things are going. I'm very disappointed. I'm 38 years old now. I don't feel good about anything. I haven't felt good about anything for a long time. And I have hatred seething. You know, I'm full of it. I'm so full of hatred. I don't know how to let go of that. I don't know how to let go of it. I don't know how to deal with it. You know, like someone comes to the door to deliver my food or something like that. You know, I'll say, "Oh, hello, good evening." You know, that kind of thing. You know, I'm not going to sit there and have an argument with them on the doorstep or anything. You know, when I have small encounters with people, I'm not going to try to have a long conversation with them. It's pointless. It's utterly pointless. Absolutely pointless. It doesn't change how I feel. It doesn't mean that I'm happy. I mean, that's the thing, right? You know, if I scared all the delivery people away so they didn't come back, how am I going to get my deliveries? How am I going to get them? You know, that creates problems for me. You know, if I go to the supermarket and I get to the cashier and I'm like, "I don't like you. You're a sinner. You're going to burn in hell." Wouldn't they ban me from the supermarket so I could never come back again? Then what the fuck am I going to do? I'm sure plenty of lying spirits would be like, "Oh yeah, he's fine with it. He doesn't care. Everything's fine now." Anyway, I'm disappointed. I'm quite disappointed with this video, to be quite honest. But I'm sure you probably are too if you're watching. Probably not. But anyway, whatever. The only thing I look forward to is being dead. That's all I look forward to. People have robbed me of everything. That's the thing. The things that I wanted, people already took from me, and they can't return that to me. It's gone. it can't fix what has been destroyed. It would mean starting all over again. It's like, if you have a glass or a plate and you smashed it into 1,000 pieces, you're gonna try and put that thing back together reciprocally, are you? You're gonna be impressed. You're gonna be happy to use it after you've superglued it all back together. I mean, it's a total disaster. That's how I feel. I feel like my life's a total disaster, and I can't feel good anymore. I can't. I don't feel happy for. If I might have a laugh. I might feel happy momentarily for a brief amount of time. I might see something funny or post something funny on Facebook. Sometimes it's really funny, but I can't. It's not enough. It's not enough to make me happy. It's not enough. The world cannot satisfy me. And it's too little, too late. It's all been ruined. If you think you can convince me otherwise, you're free to try. You can try. Make me happy. If you want to try. I mean, the cards say that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make me happy. You're supposed to... I'm God. I'm extremely unhappy. The world has a responsibility. People have a responsibility towards me to ensure that I'm happy. Because if I'm unhappy, this world is going to be... There'll be nothing left for you. There'll be complete destruction. As I explained, if you go back to my very first video on my YouTube channel, if you go watch the videos that were at the beginning, I explained those things. That was a few years ago. All right, that was a couple of years ago I started making the videos on YouTube. Excuse me. Pepe the Frog wanted to come up. Excuse me, what? So, I can't see how this gets better. I can't see myself surrounded by women who are gonna love me or make me feel good. I don't see it. I don't feel it. I don't anticipate it. I don't envision it. I wonder how often guys, when they go to sleep and they dream at night, they dream of having, being with a woman in their dreams. I never have any encounters with, sexual encounters with women in my dreams. Never. Never. Ever. Couldn't tell you if I ever have, because I don't remember. strange that. It's really strange that. I don't exactly know where my spirit, what's happening when I go to sleep. Am I astral traveling or whatever, people call it astral traveling, but whatever it is, whatever happens when I go to sleep. I'll tell you, the craziest stuff happens when I go to sleep. I wake up and airplanes fall out of the sky. When I go to sleep, planes fall out of the sky. Quite often these things happen when I'm sleeping. All kinds of crazy stuff happens when I go to sleep. And I don't know, like, does my spirit just decide to, do these things while I'm asleep? I don't know. Strange that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, really. But it happens. Whatever happens. Yeah, it happens. Anyway, I've said enough. How have I? I'll tell you what, let me do one more tarot reading here. Because, these cards, what they were saying, okay, I told you how I feel. So, I think it's only fair to do some more cards. So let me shuffle some more cards. Okay, give us a good shuffle. Okay. It was my birthday yesterday, and I didn't have a drink. I said, I haven't drunk any alcohol. Didn't feel like it, really. I'm kind of thinking about it now, but anyways. Here's the Eight of Swords. So, the Eight of Swords, it's being trapped. Okay, here's a woman, and you see there are eight swords. Okay, the Eight of Swords is about being trapped. It's quite funny it's quite strange how people say they talk about the Eight of Swords and they say, oh, it's someone who's feeling trapped, but they can just use a sword and cut the rope and then they're free or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not really trapped. They think they're trapped. But where's the card in the tarot deck where someone's trapped and they can't get out of it? Well, tarot readers will say that, they'll say, oh, that card doesn't exist. So if someone's actually trapped, there's no card. Oh well, the Eight of Swords is entrapment. It's the Eight of Swords is being trapped. It's just that tarot readers like to say a bunch of shite, a lot of crap that they don't know what they're talking about. Because the element of being trapped is within the Eight of Swords card. Maybe not in, this card. Yeah, it's sort of, it suggests the idea, there's this castle in the background. It sort of suggested that, she's thinking about that castle that she's trapped in. So, she's got her head hung over. She doesn't look particularly happy. This is quite a unique deck. So, I know what the Eight of Swords means. Okay. And here's the Emperor card. Well, that's me. So what was I talking about? People trying to tie me. You know, they're trying to bind me, put me in a bind. And well, it's only fair that I put the world, the people who keep doing that to me, the people who try to put me in a bind, it's only fair that I put them in a bind. So whoever this is talking about, you know, there's the Eight of Swords and there's the Emperor. And then there's the World card. Now this World card is quite unique in this deck. See, this is the World card, and there's some people that are under my finger, and they've actually got chains around their necks. They've got chains around their necks. Maybe I can show it to you. But you know, if you look at that, can you see they've got chains around their necks? You can see that they've got chains around their neck. Anyways, whatever. Okay. So Eight of Swords, the Emperor, the World. So what was I talking about? The world keeps trying to trap me. It's for me, I'm the Emperor, right? I'm God. I'm the real authority figure, not that guy Charles or Keir Starmer or Donald Trump. No, it's not them. It's me. And what's happening is the world just keeps trying to escape. And the lying, evil spirits that keep trying to play games with me. They keep trying to keep me hidden. And the world is more than happy to play that game. As I explained with the mobile phone example. You know, God, mobile, phone. That's right, yeah. Sometimes I am mobile. Sometimes I get up on my feet, I'll walk around. And sometimes that might involve picking up my phone and putting it to my head to speak to somebody. My left hand isn't a phone. I'm recording this video on my phone. It'd be quite hard for me to demonstrate with the phone while recording this video. So, yeah. Anyways, these three cards, they explain, you know, what else? I'll get another 10 cards. Something like that, maybe 10. But then we got the Knight of Wands, okay? Knight of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Nine of Swords. Can you see that clearly? There's a woman lying in her bed. She looks very unhappy. And then there's the King of Coins, or King of Pentacles. And then we got the Chariot card. The Chariot. The Chariot card. And then we got the Ten of Pentacles. I can't really... oh, go on then. You see the Ten of Pentacles there? Yeah. Okay. I know the camera image is, it's, it's not, it's a bit dark, isn't it? You probably can't see it that well. But... And then there's the Ace of Cups. So I think that was probably about 10 cards. Or was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that was 8 cards. Okay. So, 8 of Swords, the Emperor, the World, Knight of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 9 of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Chariot, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I mean, the King of Coins and the Chariot and the 10 of Pentacles, which has got all these sort of naked woman, and the Ace of Cups. That is, this is all talking about sex. I'm God, I deserve to have lots of money, lots of women, lots of sex. It's part of my justice, okay? That's the point of it. Because, the alternatives, what would people, what would the world, what would people prefer? If I'm God, and if I say to you, okay, you're a very bad person, you've hurt me, you've lied about me, you've done all sorts of evil things, and you didn't love me. Okay, so now what I want you to do, you're going to be my slave. You're enslaved to me because you have a debt. You have a massive debt, and I own you. Your ass belongs to me, and I tell you what to do. That is better than dying. That is better than being sent somewhere even worse. This is how this is supposed to work. Okay? But the thing is that I keep telling people this, and they don't seem to do anything about it. So, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If well, it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen, apparently. But what's the alternative? If I see a woman and I feel like, well, she deserves to burn in hell. She deserves to burn in the lake of fire. And her only option is to, if the option is open to her to be of service to me, whether it's, whatever, if it's sex or it's money or it's or whatever it's supposed to be, it's, you either do it, you don't. And if you don't do it, well, lake of fire, bye bye. That's it. I can't say anything. That's all I can tell you. I'm tired of waiting. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the next few weeks, next few months. I don't know. if I disappear, if I don't make any videos in the near future, or if I stop posting on Facebook for a couple of weeks or something like that. Yeah, it might happen. It might happen because, quite honestly, I'm really tired of it. I'm really tired of it. I'll tell you what. I'll do one more reading for clarification. I mean, this is going to be the 4th reading of this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. One more tarot reading. Number 4. Okay. It's got the King of Swords. There's a nice card for number 4. Yeah, for the 4th reading. King of Swords. Getting those Emperor vibes. Oh yeah. Oh, and we got the Page of Cups. That's right. So what's a Page of Cups? Well, you know, quite often I think of myself as the King of Cups, which is technically, well, I was Jesus, right? Jesus, King of Cups. Makes sense. But I guess I'm not really in that mood anymore. But then there's, you know, so Page of Cups. Yeah, a Page of Cups, you know, people will say, oh, you know, people have different interpretations of the card, but generally I think of the Page of Cups as someone who is not very pleasant, unpleasant, you know, that rude, snappy, that kind of thing. And then we got the Moon card. The Moon card. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Yeah, I think. Okay. The Sun. That's the Sun card, okay? So, okay, get some more cards here. Eight of Cups. Okay, so what's this saying? Okay, so the King of Swords, Page of Cups. The Moon, Ace of Swords. The Sun, Eight of Cups. Very simple for me to understand this, because this is exactly how it's explaining how I feel. So Page of Cups, you know, it's that's me being mad. I'm mad at the world because the moon, the Moon card, what that really is the world reflecting. You know, they impersonate me. They pretend to be me. They talk about me. They just constantly keep putting out videos with video titles saying, and they're just constantly trying to tangle. They're trying to catch me in a bind. They're constantly trying to put me in a bind. And it really annoys me. And the thing is that the moon, the people who are doing the reflecting of me, they communicate, Ace of Swords, that they're, the sun is, the sun is, well, I'm the sun, the light of the world. But, the sun card, it means happiness. And there's the Eight of Cups. The cup's supposed to signify water. You don't eat water. Okay? This is like a desert. This is, there's no water here. It's desert. That's, there's no, imagine cups, eight cups filled with soil, with shit. Yeah? That's Eight of Cups. It's dry like a fucking desert. So, the moon, the people, the tarot readers, they're all over YouTube. They like to talk horrible things about me. They attack me with witchcraft. Yeah, they communicate. And they're happy. They're happy about leaving me in a dry place. The story about the Israelites when they were in the wilderness for 40 years? Yeah? And they complained that they didn't have any water to drink or food to eat. Very disappointed. Well, that's what the world is doing to me. That's what the world likes to do to me. And I've dealt with it for 38 years so far. I don't really want to wait another 2 years, if I'm being perfectly honest. I would have preferred to be surrounded by a woman 20 years ago. You know what I mean? What does that even mean? I used to go clubbing, right? Of course, surrounded by women. If I went into a public place, there's women everywhere, right? But what I mean is, what I'm supposed to get, I wish I'd got it, 10, 20 years ago. 10 or, a long time ago. I feel like I'm damaged. I feel damaged, I feel hurt, I feel broken. I feel like I'm being served shite on a plate. Be quite honest. Maybe I'll get over it. Maybe when things get better, maybe I'll accept. Maybe I'll be glad to feel better. Perhaps. But I still feel absolutely horrible about it. To the point where I wish I didn't even exist. I wish I never existed. I wish I could have, I'm God. People often say well, who created God then? And people say, well, God's forever. I couldn't really explain it to you more than that. But, I kind of wish to myself, I wish I didn't even exist. I wish I never existed. I'm God and I wish I never existed. How crazy is that? How crazy is that, huh? It hurts to exist. That's the thing. My existence is pain and misery. And I'm fucking sick of it. And when I tell people, they don't care. They think it's a fucking joke. I don't want to be stuck anymore. I've refused to be stuck. I've forced myself to sit in this chair for the last couple of years. And it's been longer than that. I mean, I've been sat on my butt for a very long time. And I couldn't tell you how many hours I've watched tarot readings and videos on YouTube and sharing stuff on Facebook. Or X. I haven't posted anything on X for quite a long time. I stopped posting stuff on there. I don't like it. I think it's crap. I think X is, for posting videos, it's not good. It's rubbish. It looks crap. You know, Facebook has a better look to it. Anyway, I mean, I still hate Mark Zuckerberg. I still hate Elon Musk. I hate both of them equally. In fact, well, I probably hate Elon Musk more, actually. Yeah. Mr. Wizardman's gonna die, I think. Yeah, one way or another. Right? I mean, everyone's got to die at some point. When and how? Well, we'll find out. But, yeah. I look forward to seeing that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because L-E-L means God. It's a word that's used that means God. Where does it come from? It's Hebrew, or yeah, I mean in Hebrew it mean E-L means God. You know, strange how he's the richest man in the world, isn't it? Yeah, strange that. How'd that happen? Would it be that a bunch of lying spirits were thinking, "Oh no, Elon Musk, he must be good then. That's his fucking name, isn't it?" Yeah. He's evil. The world doesn't think so, but he is evil. Yeah. So, did I explain those cards? Yeah, I did. So the reason I'm mad, the reason I'm unhappy, is because the world is very nasty to me. It's horrible to me. And yeah, essentially, I'm being bullied by an entire world of people all at the same time. I'm still here. I might rarely ever go outside. I'm still alive. I'm in my house. I can talk to you through a camera lens, a phone. I'm trying to change one mind at a time. Anyway. And that's the other thing as well, because if you look at Sky News at 10, the thumbnail that they have for it, it's the clock on Big Ben. Big Ben is, what is it? It's a clock tower. Now, I used to live in Brighton, and there used to be in the middle of Brighton, on North Street, there was a clock tower. Now, the tower is a card, so there's a card in the tower deck called the Tower card, and it's number 16, and it represents the phallus, the penis, the cock. Notice how the word cock is in the word clock. And time is associated with clock. People say o'clock. It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or whatever, right? O, well, an O is a hole, it's a circle, right? It's, a butthole looks like an O. O, what does O mean? OWE, yeah, that's right, O. So, maybe you feel like you owe me something. Yeah. Anyways, time, the clock, and the tower. Well, people are obsessed with the films 50 Shades of Grey, the books, and the film 50 Shades of Grey, okay? BDSM, sodomy. It was clearly explained in the scriptures. It talks about the crucifixion of Jesus and how it's associated with Egypt and Sodom. Egypt is associated with bondage. Okay, the Israelites, how they were in bondage for 400 years with the Egyptians. Yeah, Moses was sent by me to go to the Egyptians to set the Israelites free. And that's what happened. Okay? Yeah. That was Moses. Yeah. Yeah, he's here with me. Yeah. He just yanks my head around. Yeah. So, and obviously Sodom is associated with the word sodomy. So, going back to the idea of clock and tower, let me just dig out Shall I? Go on then. I'll get the tower card here on the Rider-Waite tower deck so you can see for yourself. You can see what it looks like, okay? Yeah. Number 16. Okay, that's the tower card. So it symbolizes the phallus. It symbolizes destruction from above. You notice how the lightning is the lightning that hits the tower. And it signifies death, right? Death and destruction. So Sky News at 10, isn't it interesting how they always have bad news to report. Bad news story after bad news story after bad news story after bad news story. Again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Well, here's the tower card. What more do you want? You know, the clock, Big Ben. You know, it's even got a person's name. You know, bend over. Yeah, bend over. Yeah. You know, I am bend. I'm God. I bend. Yeah, bend. That's me. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. So, the Cock Tower or Clock Tower, Big Ben, Sky News. You know what? So you know the story of the Tower of Babel. Babel. The Tower of Babel. It was destroyed by me, God. Right? It was destroyed. You know, these people, they wanted to build a tower to heaven. And I said, no. You don't do that. So what is the clock tower mixed with Sky News? Why is that mixed with Sky News? You know, people build very tall buildings and they call them skyscrapers. Well, where exactly is the sky? I mean, the clouds are usually a lot higher than most buildings. Usually. I mean, I guess you could say Mount Everest is a skyscraper. Well, you know, it's very high. You know, when you go to the peak of Mount Everest, it's above the clouds, usually. Yeah. I mean, if you're saying that where the clouds are in the sky, that's, you know, is that where the sky... where is the sky? Can anyone define where the sky is exactly? Anyways, Sky News. You know, and they got their, you know, I saw their logo. You know, they got their Sky Business. You know, they're part of Sky. They're part of the Sky Group. It's called Sky Business. Well, I'm Sky Business. That's my business. You're sticking your fucking nose in my business. I'm God. You want to stick your nose in my business, and you want to, you know, you want to have it all written down on paper that it belongs to you. The Sky Visit belongs to you. No. It's my business. That's my business. That's my private business you're digging into. Yeah? And you wonder why bad news story after bad news story after bad news story occurs. Why does it keep happening? Oh, I wonder why. Death and destruction. Hey, you seen that Bond film, right? What was this? Tomorrow Never Dies. And you know, there's the Carver News Group or whatever it's called. You know, the guy who's called Elliot Carver. And what's his line that he says? He says, "There's no news like bad news," or something like that. Basically, you know, he's trying to create havoc in the world. He's trying to cause all kinds of problems, so he has lots of crazy headlines to talk about, and he knows about them before anyone else does. And you know that, isn't it strange when the news you look at the, you know, when do you ever see a good news story, something that's good? It gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And that's what the world deserves, because it doesn't give me my happiness. It doesn't want me to be happy. The world wants me to be dead. The world hates me as much as it did 2,000 years ago. Still does. Anyway, I'm done with this video.